Hey folks, are you ready to uncover the shocking new tactics insurance companies are using to drain your wallet dry while promising freebies like grocery cards and over-the-counter perks that sound too good to be true? Stick around because I'm about to blow the lid off how these so-called benefits could actually land you in financial hot water, especially with the massive changes hitting in 2026 that nobody's talking about. Don't miss this. If you're on Medicare or Social Security, it could save you thousands. If you're loving this eye-opening info, hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss an update on protecting your retirement, and drop a comment below letting me know if you've ever fallen for one of those flashy grocery card ads. What happened? All right, let's dive right in. Social Security, Medicare, and those tempting grocery cards you see popping up in ads everywhere, promising hundreds of dollars a month for food, utilities, even rent, plus all sorts of extras like free treats and endless perks. Yeah, they do exist, but they're being marketed in the sleaziest ways imaginable, reminding me of those old infomercials from the 70s hawking gadgets that promised the world but delivered junk. These cards are real, but they've gotten way scarcer and less generous this year because a key program got axed at the end of 2025, leaving folks who relied on them high and dry. Last year, some people were raking in thousands annually to cover groceries, heating bills, electricity, and more. But starting January 1st, 2026, that's mostly history, with only a watered-down version sticking around for a select few. I've heard from tons of viewers in live sessions saying their cards got slashed big time or vanished altogether, though a handful managed a slight bump by shopping around for better plans. The shady part is how these are pushed. Some Medicare agent or broker firm blasts ads on social media, dangling the juiciest deal from one tiny corner of the country, like say a $350 monthly card exclusive to a spot in Texas, and you click thinking, heck yeah, I could use that cash, only to find out it's not available where you live. Bam! They hook you with your info, then either push other products hard or sell your details to endless callers who bug you non-stop. That's why your phone rings off the hook with Medicare pitches. Sure, these cards are still out there, mostly linked to Medicare Advantage plans, especially for dual eligibles who get both Medicare and Medicaid. And if you're at higher Medicaid levels, you might score one. Plus, programs where the state covers your Part B premium, that $174.70 monthly hit. But watch out, because huge cuts, nearly $1 trillion slashed from Medicaid nationwide, are forcing states to scramble, and they're eyeing ways to boot people off or trim benefits to avoid hiking taxes, which nobody wants. I've already seen it happening. Viewers report getting kicked off Medicaid even when fully qualified, with bogus hurdles like endless paperwork or tiny form errors leading to denials, losing not just the grocery card, but also that premium help, doubling the pain. If you're in our savvy viewer group, and seriously, we've got the sharpest folks sharing tips across the nation, stay alert and help each other fight these sneaky rollbacks, because they'll deny you over a missed checkbox or a date written wrong, like putting 26 instead of 2026. You've got to battle back with appeals and persistence. Now here's a fresh bombshell from recent chats with Medicare experts. Starting this year,
if you're using those cards for anything beyond healthy foods or over-the-counter meds, like dipping into rent, utilities, or gas, and you're on Section 8 housing, that could count as income, jacking up your rent or even risking your spot. Stick to the basics like veggies, fruits, and basic health items to play it safe. Interestingly, right now, these card benefits don't count as income for Medicaid or food stamps per the rules. But I'm keeping tabs because states or federal agencies might flip that script to plug budget holes. So err on the cautious side and avoid using them for non-essentials if possible. Shifting gears to viewer questions, like one from someone who started disability Social Security in 2014 and Medicare in 2016, yep, after 2 years on disability, Medicare kicks in, so if you began at 55, you'd get it at 57. Then at full retirement age, say around 67, your disability flips to regular retirement benefits, ditching those work limits and reviews. But on taxes from 65 to 68, that's IRS territory. And sorry, no easy opt-out. I've been joking about canceling my IRS subscription for years. Some mix this with the earnings cap. If you're under full retirement age on benefits, you can only earn up to about $22,320 this year without penalties, where Social Security claws back $1 for every $2 over. But that's not a tax, just withheld benefits. For actual federal taxes on Social Security, most folks dodge it if that's their main income, keeping things low. Head to a reliable site, like the IRS's own page, search "Are my Social Security benefits taxable?" and take their quick interactive quiz, maybe 9 minutes tops, to check. It covers federal, but remember states might tax too, so consult a pro. Speaking of cold snaps, viewers from Georgia are chiming in about ice and snow, and yeah, it's freezing nationwide. One said their spending card bumped up $10. Curious if that was from sticking with the same Advantage plan or switching. Between October 15th and December 7th annually, you can tweak your Medicare Advantage, but right now, in the January-March open enrollment, if docs change, new meds pop up, or you need surgery, review and switch if needed. Partners at Top Medicare Helpers can guide you free. Remember the 7 P's for picking: providers in-network, prescriptions covered, preferred pharmacy, priorities like extra dental or vision, prices that fit, and persistence to push back on denials, because these plans, like government programs, love to nickel and dime. Another viewer relies on their Advantage card for food after food stamps got cut. Blame it on policy shifts, but if it feels wrong, appeal relentlessly. I used to handle Medicaid and stamps cases, and errors happen all the time. Fight for reinstatement if eligible, and double-check for premium help or other aids. These cards tie into chronic conditions now, so if you qualify via health issues, snag one. But overall, the landscape's tougher with that program sunset. Expanding on the risks, imagine clicking an ad for $300 monthly freebies, only to get bombarded with sales pitches or your data sold. It's a lead gen scam at its core. For dual eligibles, losing Medicaid means not just card perks, but Part B coverage, potentially adding hundreds yearly in costs. States facing budget crunches post-trillion-dollar cuts are auditing aggressively, so document everything. Keep copies of forms, track submissions, and appeal any downgrade. On Section 8, the new rule's a game changer. If cards boost perceived income, rents rise, so prioritize food and meds to avoid audits. For taxes, if your income's modest, Social Security often stays untaxed federally. The quiz factors in half your benefits plus other income. Under $25,000 single or $32,000 joint, usually zero tax. But over that, up to 85% could be taxable. States vary. Some, like Colorado, tax it, others exempt. Get local advice. Viewers switching plans during open enrollment often snag better cards or perks, so compare annually. If EBT cuts hit, verify income thresholds didn't shift subtly. Sometimes it's a paperwork glitch. Persistence pays.
One viewer appealed a denial and regained full benefits plus back pay. Chronic condition ties mean docs must certify needs for cards, adding hoops but ensuring legitimacy. Beware brokers pushing national ads for local-only deals. It's bait and switch. Medicaid savings programs cover premiums for low income, saving $2,000 plus yearly. Apply via state offices. With cuts, more denials loom, so community support's key. Share stories, tips on appeals. For disability to retirement switch, benefits stay similar, but no more earnings tests post-FRA. On railroad retirement, separate rules apply. Check their site. Cold weather boosts utility bills, so if cards allowed it before, pivot to other aid like LEHEAP. Overall, these free perks mask pitfalls, scams, cuts, income traps. Stay informed, appeal wrongs, and optimize plans yearly to safeguard finances. Diving deeper into Medicare Advantage, these private plans bundle A, B, often D with extras like cards, but trade-offs include networks, out-of-network costs soar. For 2026, premiums average $18 monthly but vary, copays for specialists up to $50. Drug tiers matter. Generics cheap, brands pricey in the donut hole, though IRA caps out-of-pocket at $2,000 soon. Dual plans waive premiums, copays often, but eligibility tightening. If booted from Medicaid, fall back to original Medicare plus Medigap, but that's costlier without subsidies. Grocery cards now average $50 to $100 quarterly for qualifiers, down from hundreds, blame program end. Ads exaggerate, thousands free, but fine print limits. Clickbait hooks you, then data harvest. Protect privacy, use SHIPs for unbiased help. On taxes, provisional income calculation, AGI plus non-taxable interest plus half SS. Under thresholds, tax-free, over taxable portion rises. Example, single $30,000 SS plus $10,000 interest equals $25,000 provisional income, taxing 50% of benefits over base. Tools like IRS worksheets clarify. States taxing SS? 10 do, rates vary. Move if possible? Joking, but factor in. Viewers on fixed incomes, every dollar counts, so maximize. Claim LIS for drug help, MSP for premiums. If disabled under 65 on Medicare, same rules apply. Switching plans mid-year, possible with special circumstances like moving. Persistence example, denied claim, appeal levels up to judge, win rates high with evidence. Community shares wins, one regained card after proving chronic illness. Weather woes, aid for heating via states, cards utility use phasing out to curb abuse. Income exclusion for stamps and Medicaid holds, but monitor CMS updates. Expert chats reveal 2026 regs tighten oversight, more audits. Fight with knowledge. Sites like Medicare.gov detail rights. For SS, no taxes of low income, but combine with pensions, tax bites. Quiz walks through. Retirement planning, delay SS for 8% yearly boost. Disability converts seamlessly at FRA. Questions? Comment specifics. Expanding, Medicare's alphabet soup confuses. A, hospital, B, outpatient, C, advantage, D, drugs. Advantage Pros caps out-of-pocket $8,850 max and extras. Cons, prior auth delays care. 2026 changes, easier switches, better mental health, but cuts pressure providers, wait times up. Duals, 12 million affected by Medicaid trims. States like California cushion, others cut deep. Appeal timelines, 60 days typically. Document income assets precisely. Section 8, vouchers subsidize rent, income-based. Cards as income could add 30% to calc, hiking share. Use wisely. Food stamps average $150 a month, but cuts for work-able adults without kids. If cut, recertified promptly. Advantage cards, load via app, spend at approved stores like Walmart. Limits, no alcohol, tobacco, healthy focus, produce, dairy. OTC, vitamins, bandages, misuse risks clawback. Scams, fake agents, fish info, verify licenses. Real help, 1-800-MEDICARE. Taxes, file if over $14,700 single, but SS alone rarely triggers. Withhold via W-4V if needed. State exemptions, research via revenue departments. Cold tips, weatherize home for savings. Community, forums share plan comparisons. 2026 outlook, premiums steady but drug costs down via negotiation. Insulin $35 cap helps diabetics. Chronic cards, diabetes, heart disease, qualify. Doc note required. Enrollment, AEP key, OEP backup. Partners offer free reviews, no sales pressure. Persistence stories. Viewer appealed EBT cut, one with pay stubs. Another fixed Medicaid downgrade via hearing. Rights, fair hearing guaranteed. Prep with evidence. Overall, navigate smartly to avoid ruin. Insurance tactics, deny first, pay later if pushed. Stay vigilant, folks. This system's rigged, but knowledge arms you. More on SS. COLA, 2.5% 2026. Average check, $1,920. Delay to 70 maxes at $4,873. Disability.
Prove inability to work, wait 5 months. Medicare wait 24 months. Exceptions, ALS, ESRD. Taxes, nuanced. Roth IRAs don't count in provisional. Plan accordingly. Viewers, share tax tips below. Weather, emergency funds for spikes. Cards, track spending apps. Future, watch for more cuts. Advocate via reps. Empower yourself. Don't let them win. Deep dive on duals. SLMB, QMB levels pay premiums, copays. Apply yearly. Cuts target redeterminations. Millions lost coverage post-COVID unwind. Fight with appeals. Success rate 50% plus. Resources, NCOA Benefits Checkup Tool. For cards, compare via Medicare.gov Plan Finder. Input zip, drugs, see extras. Example, Texas high, Midwest low. Ads mislead. Always localize. Privacy, avoid clicking suspect links. Use VPNs, basics suffice. Taxes, software like TurboTax handles SS. Free for low income via Vita. States, Minnesota taxes over $77,000 joint. Relocate, costly. Community, online groups vet plans. 2026 news, Advantage enrollment up 8%, 33 million. Popular for zero premiums, but stars ratings drop for poor service. Choose 4+ stars. Denials, 15% appeals win. Persist. EBT, ABAWD rules limit 3 months without work or training. Waivers vary. If cut, seek exemptions. Medicare savings, $1,843 asset limit, single, income 135% poverty. Qualify? Gold mine. Cards average $1,500 year pre-2026, now $500. Loss hurts. Alternatives, food banks, senior meals. Section 8 wait lists long, preserve spot. Income calc excludes some aid, but new rule hits cards. Lobby changes? Possible. Viewer queue. Disability 2014, Medicare 2016. Switched at 66? Taxes depend. Earnings limit gone post-FRA. Freedom, but IRS alerts. Quiz confirms. Georgia cold. LIHEP apps open. Card bump? Likely plan switch. Review now. Advantage 7Ps essential. Providers in-network saves. Prescriptions formulary check. Pharmacy preferred lower copays. Priorities vision $400 allowance some plans. Prices compare total costs. Persistence appeal denials promptly. Example, surgery denied, get second opinion. Wins common. Food reliance, diversify aid. Trump-era cuts, policies evolve. Appeal if wrong. Former worker, errors frequent. Fight. Eligibility, income under $1,500-ish single for stamps. SS counts partially. Optimize, spousal benefits if married. Delay one, claim other. Taxes, bunch deductions, charitable if itemizing. Tools, AARP calculator. Stay ahead, system changes fast. 2026, watch IRA impacts, lower drug prices. Insulin, win. Chronics, more support, hopeful. Community, help neighbors apply, power in numbers. Wrap thoughts, perks tempt but traps abound. Educate, act, thrive. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment your stories.